Look at me.
Hello, my friend.
How are you, my brother? Where you from?
Hello, brother.
Hi, where you from, my brother? Where you from? Where you from? Where you from?
I am from Pakistan, brother. You from?
I know you're not. No, you're not, my brother. Where you from? Be honest, my brother. Where you from?
Pakistan. One
Are
battle.
you from Pakistan?
Yes, one battle. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You from, brother?
I'm from the United Kingdom. Now, see the size of his thumb? Right at the ends, tongue was about that big. Probably an inbred. Probably come from us and whatever. I got another one.
Hi, brother.
How are you, my brother? Where you from?
Pakistan, brother.
Oh my God, you Pakistani gangster?
Yeah.
Are you a Pakistani gangster?
Yes.
Are you mafioso?
Yes. Tap, guys.
Getting some magnificent fucking haircuts coming out of Pakistan, aren't you guys? I don't know where they just come from. Three came in on the trot on a mission. They must know I'm on. Get on in. That's Darren G. You'll get your gifts. I don't like. How are you, Big D Irish? Jane. Yeah, Paddy the Baddy. Had a straightener there, didn't he? Looked a bit stiff, didn't he? Round the top. It's all that about, he's normally dead loose up there, isn't he? Been doing more weights than what he should have been, more pull-ups, perhaps muscle-ups. But he's been doing muscle-ups, hasn't he? You don't want to attach them tendons to every fucking muscle that shakes it. But you know what, he's only 30, isn't he? He's only 30, lad. You've heard me writing him off. Why? Because of its associates and his lack of his condemnation. You know, if you don't condemn, you condone. Let's have that right there, alright? So when you're friends with particular individuals who've been convicted by truth in a court of law and you're not condemning their actions, well then you're condoning it. So we had to scream about him. But he's still a scouser, isn't he, at the end of the day? And that fight, this is the moment, this is that moment for him. This is gonna make him or break him. That it's either the end or the godsend, if you get what I'm saying. Like you don't want a dad until situation here, do you? That's what you don't want. Some kid that's gone at it since teenage years, got to the stage, got to the opportunity and fucked it. And because he fucked it, he just started going loose. Started drinking, started fucking his relationship up, started swaying. Isn't it? It's all about the warrior instinct now. It's all about the internal fight where it really matters. And this is what you're going to produce at the end now. This is what you're going to see. Is he a warrior? He's had the accolades before he's had the tests. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm sure he's Irish descent. Fucking looks like it. So he's got that Irish fucking spirit in there. He's got that Irish bloodline, hasn't he? It's the Scouse bloodline, the Irish bloodline, that's what I'm referring to. So you know what you've heard me saying all the time, I don't agree with what they're doing. None of these misfits, none of these young, none of these self-promoted fucking YouTube BKB events. I don't agree with none of that. I've had enough hidings in my life, and you know, it's not the hiding, it's the spirit. Your spirit gets fucking dampened, mate. Off every beating you take, your spirit gets fucking right down. And it's the comeback. It's the internal comeback. And that's what you're going to witness now with this Paddy Pimblett. The BBC influencer. But you can't knock him, can you? He's leading the way. Unfortunately, it looks like the people that are managing him, I don't mean his team. When I mean his team, I mean a stable. They're not managing him. They're just being a stable the way they've always been, as a bunch of friends, getting in the gym, training. I don't think the fella at that gym is managing his public career. Now them people that are managing his profile, because that's what he is, he's a profile to them. Like all of us, we're all a profile, and we'll all have different stages. And when we're in certain stages, you'll have certain people dealing with your profiles. And when you elevate, new teams come in and start dealing with you as a profile. So he's a profile, and they'll be making his profile massive in order to influence hundreds of thousands or millions of youth right across Europe, not just the UK, Germany, Spain, because we're all Europe. If you get with the programme fast, you're in Europe right now. You're not in England or Scotland or Wales, you're in fucking Europe. So what he's been doing, and you might say, oh no, that's just the way he is, but trust me, he's been influenced to participate in certain eating behaviour patterns, ballooning up dead fast, reducing his weight dead fast. Loads of kids are following this and establishing eating disorders. Now he knows this, but his agents are encouraging it. Why? Because it's good for the traffic. It brings traffic, it brings attention. In reality, that's a reverse psychology, that. We want you to do it because it brings traffic. When in reality, they want them to do it. They don't even tell you. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. They don't even tell you that they want you to do it. They sort of insinuate that it's good for you and your career if you do, and it could impact on your career if you don't. And now you're in this catch-22 situation. Do a go with it or do a fuck. Now I've been in that situation when fuck yous. Fucking mad. Jog on, all yous get away. But these young lads who are on the money, on the fame, getting caught up by these big agents that are normally coming through from the BBC. That's where they come in first, with the BBC. The BBC introduced this whole new different web of people into your life. Honest. And these are normally the first people that will come into your Tony Bellew. Come into these people that they want to influence the masses in the dominant cities in the country. Think about it. Why have you had Jamie Carragher on the telly every night, every weekend, talking about football like he's an expert? Like he's been through the fucking motions, like he started as a boot cleaner, went into the academy, went into the team, went into management. Do you get what I'm saying? He was a defender. Was he world class? I'd say he was. Probably the best, one of the best defenders in the whole fucking world when he was at his prime, Carragher. But at the same time, why have they got him trying to educate the masses on football when it's obvious he hasn't got a fucking clue. And I'm just a poor man on the streets, and I can see he hasn't got a fucking clue. So how the fuck is him and Danny Murphy, who's been a raging coke sniffing pisser for the past 4 years, sitting on Match of the Day 2, pissed and sniffed out of his head 6 or 7 times every fucking year? How's he managing to keep his job, and why? Because of the influence they hold over the men in the city of Liverpool. Gerrard's the same. And this isn't hating. As I say, they mightn't know. They're doing it as career moves, power moves in their careers. Do you understand? They're caught up in this condition. Fucking footballers are like soldiers. If a football academy gets a 11-year-old kid in its academy and keeps him right through all this, he's conditioned to the fucking hilt. It's like all of us would be. So it's one of them, you'd always hear that shout. Forgive them, they didn't know. It's about us shining the light. Doesn't matter how rich they are. Doesn't matter what's gone on. If someone can shine the light and make them click. There's loads of poor that are blind. The rich are blinder. That's how they've got rich, by being blind. It's as simple as that. Look, I put a post out, they're being took down. Don't vote Labour. Labour's had Liverpool for 20 years. 20 years more. They've helped cover up Hillsborough for 20 years or more. Labour in Liverpool helped cover up Hillsborough. Labour in Liverpool have helped cover up serious grooming gangs that you're not even hearing in Liverpool. You're not even hearing them. That's how big that cover up is. Andy Burnham, who you're all screaming about now, he voted against a full inquiry into the Rotherham, the Manchester and every other fucking place where the grooming gangs have gone on. Labour were in power when I was getting taken by a policeman to some fucked up place, being abused. Labour were in power right through all this. The main controllers has been the BBC. The BBC control frontline politics. Doesn't matter what political party comes and goes, the BBC's at the centre of it all. And has been from the get-go. That's why you pay them a TV licence every fucking week or month. They're publicly funded. Why? Because it's state run. Obviously. There's only one reason you get publicly funded. Because the state grants it, isn't it? So you've seen me latching onto the BBC. You've seen me latching onto the Scousers. I have not heard. Let's look at Paddy Pimblett. Okay, we understand you can't say nothing on Ashley Dale, and this was my point. You can't condemn that shit. Why? Because one of your best mates got convicted for the murder. That's why you started hating on me. Why? Because I was exposing your mates for the murder. Now I can half understand why you can't come out publicly on your big platform with all these young Scouse lads that follow you. All these young Salford kids that follow you on our council estates. I can half understand why you can't come out on your platform and condemn that shit, because it's your mate, and your mate's just got a 42 for it. But when it comes to Olivia Corbell, I'm screaming my head off about it, not for attention. Trying to prevent more coming in the future. Trying to get into the minds of the kids not to use knives, not to use guns. What are you doing? With your big platform, why aren't you doing? Tony Bellew, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing? Stephen Gerrard, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing? Steve Graham, the actor, what are you doing with your platform, with your mouth, with your awareness, with your audience? Why aren't you? How many more do you want me to scream about? Because there's fucking loads. Why is it down to us, who are hated by everyone, trying to make a difference in our council estates? It's the only reason we're hated. Because we're trying to make a difference. That's it. Trying to change the way we look at life on our estates as a young kid. That's why I get targeted. I'm trying to create change in the mind of the youth. Don't participate in drill music behaviour. Don't think a video of drill with all these little fat kids that are fucked screaming fucking gang life is a good life, because it's not. I'm screaming at all the particulars in that life. All the lifestyle choices, the particulars in there, I'm isolating and screaming about. Get hated for it. They wouldn't get hated. They can't. They're too high up. Why isn't Stephen Gerrard coming out and going, the murder of that kid, the murder of that kid, the drugs that's getting dealt on the streets, this, it gotta stop. We can't go in the future with our children getting locked up in the thousands all over the place, getting shot dead, getting cut up. We can't allow addictions to flourish the way. Why aren't they doing it? It's hard for Stephen Gerrard, with his daughter just having a baby, to part of the Kinnington cartel. So I don't give two fucks about what rich, famous Scousers think about me. My interests are my people, not yous on the telly, not yous thinking yous are something massive, proclaiming you love Liverpool but do fuck all to help you survive. We do our things behind the scene, I know, but you make sure it gets a mention in the paper every time you drop a little 50 grand into this thing that needs $1 million. You're sitting there with £100 million, you stingy piece of shit. You're dropping 50 grand, wanting accolades. Makes me sick. Liverpool is full of rich and famous, powerful people who are controlled by the elite, and they don't give a fuck about anything that's going on our estates with us people, us poor people. I keep on saying poor, because that's where the difference is. They were poor, you know, when they wasn't. They couldn't get away from people like us. They loved us. You know, the minute they were rich, they couldn't wait to fucking flight. All of them changed. They're even trying to talk less Scouse on telly for them. You've got Scousers having to tone down the Scouseness for the BBC, or you won't have your job for long. And that's just the way it is. So fuck them, mate. Fuck the political elite and the rich and famous influencers that they've got in all our cities. You can spot them a fucking mile away. Why? Because they're washing your telly. They're all over the place, getting forced in your algorithms. Look at Rio Ferdinand. What do you reckon he's going to be? You've seen him getting pushed down your fucking face for the past 6 months. I wonder why. Phil Neville was getting the same done, weren't he? Or Gary Neville. It's all coming to light why now, innit? Be Roy Keane next. Yes, Angel Eyes. I told you that all these iconic football players are going to get drove into political spaces to influence loads to vote certain. We got Kashi majority here. What's happening, kid? Are you from Pakistan as well?
Pakistan, my friend.
How come you've got a thing on your head? I thought only Sikhs wear turbans. Yes, Tony, Jane. No? Can anyone wear them? Can I wear a fucking turban, can I? And just walk down the street feeling great?
Don't have time for dirt.
Yes, Lisa B.
With a new scrubbing.
Kat, Rhonda, Gerard.
Those pesky splats.
Listen, I know a few Sikh kids and they're dangerous.
Flash speed mob. Back to clean. In a
By law, they can walk around with their blades on them and they can't get nicked. There's one Sikh in Birmingham, every time I see him, he's boss kid. He's always got these fucking mad things on him. He's thinking, wow. And he's been nicked once and arrested and detained and he sued them and got told so they don't nick him again. So if you're in religious attire, whatever's part of that religious attire, you can't, like, you could have a fucking rifle on your back if it's part of your fucking, and they can't do fuck all. Oh, that's mad, isn't it? Like, what was Christians' religion, the cross? If you walk around with a cross, they can't do shit to you. Can you? Marley and Crafty Queen. Why are all these kids from fucking Pakistan kicking in every 10 minutes? Listen, no mate. Have you seen the symbolism over the last few days? How to get rid of this fucking nugget? So when you've seen that storm in the last couple of days, where Trump's starting to lay his foundations again, if you notice, he's done 2 press conferences. One where he's dead angry over the soldier shout by Trump, and then the one the day before where he's done another speech about something. But if you notice the way they had the Union Jacks had the red crosses bent both sides, so it was like a red cross like this on a slant, and that's the way they had the Union Jacks the last few days. If you noticed, when he's coming out standing in between these 2 crosses like that, that's symbolism. How are you, Paddy? The Paddy? Are you an MMA fan, lad? And did you think to yourself, because my name's Paddy and I'm a fan of Paddy the Paddy, I'm gonna call myself Paddy the Paddy? You've got a fucking brain on you, lad. Yes, Faz, you're using your brain, lad. Yes, Gerard, Wendy Woo, Kimberly, Jen. How are you, Jen Burge? Is it good? Yes, I. Mary. Let's have a straightener. You're talking to your ma, lad. She burst in like Andrew Tate. Smoke a big cigar. What's happening in the fringe? Are you from Pakistan? Are you from Pakistan, my brother?
No.
No. You were nodding your head and saying fucking no, like Bruce Lee. Remember Bruce Lee used to talk like, "When you want, want a cup of tea?" Are you going? Yes, Johnny, Sicario, XOXO. Don't you remember that? We used to talk that fast and say about 6 fucking words. I think we were getting fucking videos smuggled in from fucking Hong Kong. Trying to bring fucking Bruce Lee come back China fucking VHS's. Put it in, he'd be speaking dead fast. You'd have 5 lads bouncing around the living room thinking they're Bruce Lee like that. So I'd be like, shut up! Throwing big glass ashtrays at us and that like that, playing dodgeball. Yes, Kimberly. Left them 141. Hope you're good. Ignore the rats.
Make your brow.
Every so often I can just pull up and go, yo, James English, you little biff, that gives a whiff of you. Slap his neck, put him back in the bifter box, put him back on the top shelf till next week or something. When I'm bored, just come back and go, yo, James English, you little biff, that gives another whiff. Top shelf again, you know the dance, the situation. You've all been there, you biffed and your lighter up there, slipping onto the backyard to have a little quiet whiff. I've been a rollyhead in prison, not on me 18, when I was a YP, pure rollyhead. It was hard not to be, why, because you had about 25 ounces of fucking burn in me pad. 100 packets of fucking skins. I was like the fucking postie. Had about 500 first class fucking stamps knowing in me brain. They go up a penny every fucking year. Every year. Serious lads, stamps mate. You can have a stamp from 1960 and it cost you 2 pence. You can go and charge it up now and get 75 penga for it. Serious kid, eh? If you buy your kid 1,000,000 stamps now, it's a lot of fucking dough, I know, but it'll be 1 billion when he's 50. Honestly, go up in value, stamps. I learned that in jail, so it was like that, thinking I could become a millionaire. Yeah. What do you want for this? Stamps, 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 stamps. You got 2 items, yeah? Bigger stamps. Like a postie. I was sending books out like that. I'm just posting fucking stamps out. Anyway, let's keep it real, people. Jail shit. Jail's absolutely poo. I succumbed to its ways. Stayed away from the hooch for years. But then someone popped up, some little jippo down there somewhere, let's call him Paddy. Not being offensive for you. You know, you've got a traveller and you've got a jippo. There is a difference. The jippo's down there thinking he's fucking Mr. fucking whiskey. Got this big tub under his bed, these fucking pears, oranges. He's got every fucking fruit that everyone banged in the bin, he's got them. The pips, the cores, everything in this pot. He's managed to get yeast out of the fucking kitchen and he's boiling away. It's took him about 6 weeks to get their suits to where he wants it. Now he's sitting there like he's a fucking scientist like this. Distilling it. Got this mad shit going on. He's got lecky coming from the light. Going into this fucking thing. Bubbling this fucking steam up. Got this clingy. Not even clingy. It's a plastic bag. Got a plastic bag in this mad way and all this steam's ending up on it. It's going down, dripping into this bottle. I'm looking at it thinking, fucking hell, well, that looks like fucking vodka. That looks like vodka. It's ethanol. You can light it on fire. But I thought, you know what, fuck it, wait, oh, boom, 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 boom. A litre was 30 sheets, but I got it for a tenner and 2 items. You know, the dance that peeps. And me pad like this for the first time. With some little shit system. Why? Because of where I'm not in the long terms. I'm in some shit thing and you'll have a system like this. So I've got a blast. Raving for the first time in years. The only other time I got alcohol in prison was off that nurse in Woodhill. I had to bring in litres of vodka in Coke bottles. She'd buy it like 2 litre bottle, pour half a litre of Coke, 1 litre of Coke, put a litre of vodka, bring it in. Me, 2 Iranians and some kid from Peterborough called Stevie Pettit. I smashed every Friday for months. In Woodhill. Honest to God, loving it. Licking clit, banging this nurse, getting pissed every Friday, gym twice a day. I was living the fucking life. MIT just came in, took the door off the fucking medical room, got me banged to rights like that. Hey, had me member on full display like that. Just about to spare its load. The screws are bursting. Got nicked. Got nicked, you know. Fucking hell. Oh. Got shipped out from from Woodhill to Bullingdon. From Bullingdon to Blundellston or something like that. Then from there to Parkhurst. I was in Parkhurst for like 8 months. That is the worst, depressive. Every screw's inbred. They must bang each other's fucking families and that on that island. They're all walking around like super grey. Honest, the screws are walking around super grey, like fucking. What the fuck? That your sister? Yeah. Can you tell? Fucking yeah. What you do? Fuck it. But after the like over there, I've landed in this park here thinking, what the fuck, they'd stitch me here, send me to some island at the end of the fucking United Kingdom, thinking, whoa, I could see France. I was thinking, what the fuck have these come to me here? I land on the reception wing. You've got some old fella that's been in for 45 years, hobbling down London. Alright, lad, I wouldn't get in that bath up there, you'll get scabies. It must have been his bath. And everyone that came in is going, don't get in the bath, you'll get scabies. You know, trying to lock the bath down. So I just thought, fuck you, I'm having a bath. I haven't had a bath for years. Wait for them to go somewhere, get in the bath, buzzing, what's happened? Got fucking scabies. Got big red rashes all over me like that. Fuck, I'm getting another prison bath in my life. And that's it was just depressed. Fucking depressed, mate. Honest to God. Oh. But it was great because they just let you grapple to fucking like 2 pads and let us get some room done up in the middle of London. And we just grapple in there. 4 days a night, every night. And because we were the cleaners, we'd get a few hours through the day. Great, mate. And then the cheeky bastards came round like they had a luxury fucking prison on the go or something. We're going to change the whole prison into one. I said, what do you mean? So what they done, I forgot what they call it, but they done it with all the prisons. They put like that prison, that prison, that prison into one prison and call this something. So on the Isle of Wight you had Camp Hill, Albany and Parkhurst. Excuse me. And there used to be separate prisons. But what they done is made them 3 prisons and call them all HMP Isle of Wight. We're in super jail. It's called something else when they put 3 in prison. They done it with, I think they done it with Wolds, Hull and Doncaster, Wolds, Lindholm and Doncaster as well. So there's a name for when they cluster, they make them a cluster of prisons and call them all the same prison. So that's what they done with this Isle of Wight. Albany was a nonce jail. Camp Hill was a CCAT stroke DCAT for people from Parkhurst and Albany. So if you went from Parkhurst to Camp Hill, you'd go understanding you're living with wrong uns. So what they've done is, because any of yous who knows a prisoner on on the Isle of Wight, 98% of the prisoners there are wrong uns. Every one of them prisons now is made for serious sex offenders and shit like that. So if you've got any fellas that are writing to use from HMP Isle of Wight, understand he's got a very, very naughty criminal conviction to have him sitting in there. You can't be an armed robber sat in there. You can't be a big mad drug dealer sat in there, not no more. Because that's what they done. They came round, when they changed them into catchments, when they changed it into the cluster, they came round to everyone in Parkhurst. Now you had a few lads on the wing in Parkhurst with us who couldn't go to places like Swaleside because they just get fucking hammered. So they refused, without telling anyone, they refused to sign the compact. I mean, they signed the compact. So they went round to everyone, do you want to stay in this jail? If you stay in this jail, you've got to make sure you don't call anyone this. You don't target them because of their offences. You don't sign this, you can stay here. If not, you'll be gone in 7 days. I've said, fuck yous, I'm not living in a jail like that. You're alright, you're gone in 7 days. Bang, Swaleside. Another island on the Isle of Sheppey now. So I went from the Isle of Wight to the Isle of Sheppey. It reminded me of Hindley. Just as violent as well, just as brutal. But it was just like Hindley. The new wings, I managed to get on the new wings with these decent kids and that. But the bottom jail is just the replica of Hindley prison. So you've got like H blocks. 3 floors, might be 4 in space, probably 4 or whatever now. But it's like H blocks. And it's rough as fuck. And just like in Hindley, you've got this long corridor that they call the M1. And it's just... When I was there, it was ruthless, mate. So I can only imagine it now, mate. 10 times worse now. It was out of control when I was there. I don't know how I walked out of there without getting days. Well, I do actually, because I know what to do with fucking jail. Yes, Paula G. Anyway, I managed to get out of there. Why? Because 5 years or 6 years or 7 years before or something, Merseyside, when I was out, Merseyside police had stitched me up. And it took 5 years to get them to the Crown Court. And on the day of the trial, they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. But because he had to go to the Crown Court in Liverpool, it was a civil case, but because of who I was and my sentence, it had to go on in the Crown Court. In front of a judge, because it was a big case. You know, where loads of coppers had lied from Merseyside police, perverted the course of justice, colluded, all this mad stuff. And instead of going to trial and getting found guilty, they made me an offer before the trial, and I took the offer. So that made me get out of Swaleside. Ended up back in Loudon Grange. Buzzing. I went there earlier on, now I'm back there fucking buzzing. Landed on a decent wing with a shower in my cell. Buzzing. Netflix, UFC, Box Nation, Sky 1, Sky 2, Sky Sports News, the full shebang. Working on the survey, the best food in the fucking prison coming up from the kitchen. Cause I'm working on the survey, I'm getting the gym twice a fucking day. What happens? Porky Moore, the fucking snitch, gets shipped in. Lands on reception. I can't go in there. Challenges in there. But because I've had a bit of a mad reputation in Loudon and in the prison system, instead of fucking that little snitch off, you had this manager in there called Bev from Canny Farm, and she was mates with the fucking Moors. So what did he do? Shanghaied me, R5 in the fucking morning, and let him stay in Loudon. Kept him down the block overnight, shit me out, and then put him on the induction wing following day. Constantly. The same shithouse rat fucked me cat D up from Lindholm. I'm progressing through my prison, everything's going fucking fantastic. I'm doing the way you're meant to, like a clever kid. I done all the daft shit when I was a white pea. The man knows he's getting out first, do you understand? So now I'm in Lindholm, I'm progressing, there's loads of scousers in there. There's fuck all to do but go to the gym every morning. So you get on a gym course, you go to the gym every morning, you're getting big, getting strong, getting powerful. I'm in there training like I always do, there's loads of us in there. And the screws at the front of the desk scream at me, "Yo Darren, what cat D do you want to go to?" Now that information should have been sat in a room with an OMU saying, "You've got your cat D, where do you want to go? There's a few places you can go to." That's the way it should have been relayed to me. But for some mad fucking reason, the gym screws thought it was great to shout in front of 80 lads or something in this gym, "What cat D do you want to go to? Lindholm or this other one in the northeast, fucking, not Lindholm, fucking Kirkland, or this Kirkham, or this other one up there." So I went fucking Kirkham. Some of the scousers in there, I didn't know he was in there, but they've known he's in there, and he's one of these teddy boys or something, you know, a snitch. If you're in a decap being a buddy, you're a grass. It's as simple as fucking that. So he's there, he's managed to find out I'm there, he's screaming at the cat D, "I can't go there because there'll be trouble." So my cat D gets cancelled. Honest to God. Then I got shipped out of Lindholm on a mad one. Why? Because you had a couple of drug dealers from fucking Breath Road. Fucking, they were having murder with our kids outside. I didn't have a clue about it, me. I weren't getting told anything that was going on outside. But you had these little dickheads called Gandhi and Kenton. Two fucking little rats from years ago off our estates. They've landed in Lindholm on reception and refused to come out of reception. So they've been brought off the sweatbox from Walton, been brought into Lindholm, been brought into reception, found out I was there and just went ape shit. Refused to come out of reception, started scrapping with all the screws and went straight to segregation unit and wouldn't come out because I was there. So now I'm getting loads of heat off the security governor. "Why are these kids refusing to come out? Because of you. They've got problems." I'm going, who the fuck are they? The only Gandhis I knew was the kids that used to live facing us in Delamore Street. I haven't seen them since. All of a sudden now that these grown up fucking kids have a murder with Stephen and Danny outside, and I haven't got a clue. And they're screaming my name all over the place in Lindholm. Next minute, security ship, oh, gone, I'm gone. That happens to me loads of times, that. Shit houses running to the screws. That many of them, and getting shipped out of prison. And I weren't even doing nothing. I weren't running around, fucking weighing people in or being... It was just dickheads from outside that was causing murder. Who'd never really come across me. But now they're landing in the prison, I'm in there thinking, I know they're having beef outside with the lads I used to chill with. So I used to move with Pancake and Spiff and Turner and people like that for a while. I had my own firm, but I was mixing with these as well. Now because I'm mixing with these, I didn't know Brian Signer was, or Lee Signer was. I didn't have a jar of glue who any of them was. I didn't understand their beef or anything about them. But I'm here, and when I'm doing my jail, there's a beef going on. Lee Signer knocked Pancake out in Garth Visits Hall, so there's a madness come on the back of that. One of them got cut, so there's all mad shit going on with the Signers and Pancake and Spiff and this. So now I'm in Forest Bank. I'm in the gym in Forest Bank, and this big scouse is coming, Brian Signer. Massive kid, big heavy kid. It was the same in Loudon Grange. You had all these mad kids from the South End, Quavi. You had Thomas Russell. You had fucking others who were all in Loudon Grange. I didn't know this till a few days later. I'm in reception and I'm late. I'm like one of the last processed because I've got this Bev and all these scouse screws giving me this welcome behaviour, Darren, you know, this sort of shit. So I'm last processed. But while I'm in reception, they've all been locked up around 8 o'clock, quarter past 8 or something. Now Josh Avis and this Quavi and Thomas Russell and all these other lads are screaming and shouting, Desi, all these people, we'll just rush him. Now they've been having beef with the Richardsons outside, and because I used to mix with the Richardsons, now I've landed in Loudon Grange, 6 years in jail me, landed in this Loudon Grange, and all them are plotting to rush me. You know how that ended? I've gone on a visit. They didn't know what I look like, none of these, and this is fact. This is how it went down. What was his name? Was it Russell? What was the other kid's name? Was either Russell or another Roberts? Russell or Roberts? They were having beef with Turner and all that. One of them got done in a taxi or anyway. They're all speaking on me. You had this Carl Daniels as well. So you had Carl Daniels from the South End, you had Josh Avis, you had this Thomas Russell, you had all this mad clique from Eighton and Alewood. They're all in Loudon Grange. They're all plotting on me. The next day I've got a reception visit dead fast. So if your people ring up, they can get a visit for you dead fast in that Loudon. So I've got a visit, and all of them have got a visit. They haven't got a clue what I look like. But there's been this one, I don't know whether it was Russell or Roberts, it was one of them. Big kid. The Oldham room in Loudon Grange is only tiny. It's proper small, you got a little shit toilet there, and that's where I ended up with this fucking Carl Roberts or something, whatever his name was. So fucking, I've gone in, I'm hench me, I'm ready. It doesn't matter where I'm at, I'm ready for you. So I've gone on my visit, I'm in this visit room, and you've got all these lads in a little, one kid comes in after me, a big kid, this, I forgot his name. What about the other fella, lads? Have you seen him yet? I'm standing right there. Stood there, right there, next to the door when the door's opened down here. It's only dead small and there's loads waiting to get called onto the visits. And he's came in, started talking to this Josh Aveson about me. And I went, yeah lad, what? And he just went, said, get in the toilet. Get in the toilet. And he's just parcelled. And that's it. None of them said a fucking word to me. That's how it was in jail. And that's not bullshit, that's the way it went down. You know, I got more damage done to my jail, not because of my behaviour, but because of wrong-uns hitting numbers or going in the office, getting me fucking moved out of prisons and that. And there's loads of Scousers and Manx and other lads that can back that. It's like I've landed in Forest Bank. This is a madness. These are the type of situations you get into though. I've got 2 years left of my sentence. I've been shipped back up north for local discharge. Walton wouldn't accept me. Allcourse wouldn't accept me. Nowhere like that would accept me. Strangeways wouldn't even accept me. Forest Bank accepted me. So now I'm in Forest Bank, land on the wing. Didn't take long before I was on the cleaners. You know, I know how to work me. You get on the cleaners, you get more gym, you're out your cell more, everything's sweet. I'm near the end of my sentence. I couldn't get normal jobs anyway, that's why it was always wing-based work for me, right through my jail. They wouldn't put me in a workshop, just wing-based work or gym courses. So I've landed in this Forest Bank, and I'm mixing with the kids there like you do, and there's a few kids on the survey and that, and you've got a number one. Now I'm starting to train. This kid, this number one, he was dead discreet, he was a Muslim. Where was he from? He was the number one survey worker, and he was dead discreet, and I was doing circuits on the wing and also in the gym as well. So when I started doing my circuits on the wing, he started saying, can I do circuits? So I started getting him fit and strong. I've got him to the point where I've said, let's go to the gym, and he's going, no, I don't feel comfortable. Saying, why? Now, no one suggested anything wrong with this kid on the swing, what I'm on. No, he's a bit of a tough Muslim, if you like. You know, a lot of Muslims respect him and stuff. So fucking, I've convinced him to come to the gym. Now I'm in the gym training, and what was the Salford kid's name? Not Totten, but one of his mates. I know them all. And they're looking at me training at him. And then it was even, I think it was little Johnny fucking Joyce, you know, that that's been targeting me for 5 years with this little fucking weasel, this Johnny he's not even a Joyce, he just calls himself Johnny Joyce. He's came over and given me the SP. My man's meant to be a wrong'un. Now, when I've been mixing with people in jail, the first thing I do when I sit down and I speak to them, if I start having it with you, lad, I need to know, have you got any dodgy convictions? Have you got any wrongdoing about you? Make sure you tell me now. So they tell me no, it's fucking dead. So this Muslim kid's told me that. No, you're fucking mad, aren't you, lad? Now we're in the gym, and these Salford kids who have got faith in, you know, I've done me most of my jail around these Salford kids, so I know what they're all about. So when they're telling me my man's got fucking something hanging over him, suspect case, I'm thinking, what the fuck? So now we're on the wing. Look, live visibility restricted for 10 minutes. Anyway, now I'm on the wing. It's bothering me. Why? Because these are decent kids who are telling me my man's fucking dodgy. So now I'm getting fucking, still trying to be tight with him, but it's getting to me. So now I've got to sit him down again. You know what? I should have pulled him apart. That's what I should have done. But he was a boss kid until I found that out. And basically this is what he told me. He'd gone clubbing to over 18s club. And when he's gone to an over 18s club, boss boxer, this kid, and he had me on the pads and that. That's why it was good with him. What was his name? Don't even want to say his name. So anyway, so fucking so he's gone to an over 18s club and got a girl from there. Took the girl back to wherever, done whatever they've got onto, and then dropped her off. And she's been 16. Now back then I'm in jail. I don't know the dynamics out here like Tommy Robinson did. So I'm in a catch-22 now, why? Because I've been eating, training, sharing conversation with this kid. Getting on dead tight with him. He's a Muslim kid and I'm just getting on dead tight with him. So now I'm stuck in this mad situation because I know the kids are looking to move to him. I know the kids are looking to move to him now. But it's, the onus is on me. So I've had to tell him, get off the fucking wing or I'm gonna hurt you. Fuck these. You've got to get off the wing or I'm gonna hurt you. You should have told me. So this is how I am. You know, I'll tell you, have you got anything dodgy hanging over you, mate? Tell me now, so I know. Because I'm backing this kid. I'm standing with him on the wing against fucking dickheads and that, who are half trying to have it with him. I'm backing him off, you know, protecting him. He didn't really need, well he did, because it was more, he weren't a dominant Muslim wing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm protecting him, I'm standing on with him, I'm fucking and I'm going to the gym and people are looking at us when I'm training with him. I'm thinking, who the fuck are these looking at? They're not looking at me, they're looking at him. Because they know about his history, I haven't got a fucking clue. There's a reason why he weren't coming off the fucking wing. I've encouraged him, come with me, you'll be sweet, no one will go near you. But I don't know his offence. Told me he was a drug dealer. It's fucking mad, isn't it? So we just said, listen, Mushy. That was his name. Listen, Mushy, lad. Go off the wing, lads. She can't be arsed fucking having to do what I should be doing. Just go. And it was better that way for me, I reckon. It was more disheartening than like, it's like, it always happens to me, mate. It's like I put my faith in someone and they just end up fucking bad apples and it just ruins me. How the fuck have I missed that? Yes, Ketty B, Scotty, Millie, Jane Lart, Cashmere Kate, Dolly Daydream, Driver Dave, Mumpy or something his name was, or something like that. Musty, Mumpy, Mushy, Muffy, fucking something, you know, like a Muslim name. Higgs, did he leave the... Yeah, well, let's put it this way. If I would have just turned me back on him and left, he would have got rushed. So it was like, he would have got rushed instantly. It was a two-way situation for me. It was like a mad thing. Because look, the way he's put the story across. I'm in a club that's over 18. How am I meant to know? He was a young lad himself. So fucking, it was sort of, okay then, I can half buy that. But he still should have told me. It's the index, it's the offence, it's the name of the offence, isn't it? So I'm in this shit, right, okay. I've just been backing you there. I've just been standing on with kids I know from prison for years, telling them you're not. Honest, that's what it was like, was telling him he's not. The fuck he's on about? He's not. This is what I'm saying. Anyway, he got out. Got off somewhere. I don't know where he is. I think he's from Bradford, Mushy. That was his name actually, Mushy. That was his name, Mushy. Boss kid. But he fucked up. I believe it was a fuck up, but I don't believe it's what you're hearing now. But you never fucking know, do you? Let's have it right. But I can't believe it. It's not like he did. Well, I had the paperwork. I got to see the paperwork and I'm like, you go off the wing. You can't trust no cunt. You're right, you fucking can't, you know. If you can't trust yourself, you definitely can't trust anyone else. And that's the same with everything. Every power move. If you can't do that to yourself, you can definitely not do it to others. That's what I mean by power move. If you can't love yourself, you cannot love anything else. If you can't respect yourself, you can't respect anything else. If you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with anyone else. It's just the way it is. They're the power moves. Once you've powered them up, you're sweet, aren't you? Once you start practicing that way of being honest with yourself, respecting yourself, loving yourself, you're able to project that shit back to people. If you're hating your life, you're going to be envious of others. If you're hating the way you're being, you're going to be envious of the way they're being. Just the way it is. You're a projection. And people get it wrong. People think of projection as like, oh look what's coming out of his mouth. He's projecting what he is. I love myself. The fuck are you on about? I'm honest with myself. I respect myself. So what's coming out of my mouth is not an image of who I am. Why? Because that image is love, respect, honesty, and you're obviously not seeing it. Do you understand what I mean? If you love yourself, you can project love. If you're kind to yourself, you can project kindness. It all starts at home. You're the core, you're the source, you're the vibration. You need to love yourself. You can't love your breasts. You can't love your lips, your teeth, your hair. You can fancy them. You can admire them. You can only love what's inside, and that's where it starts. It's like anything that's sealed. Although you've got openings, you're sealed. There's a lot of pressure in there. If you get squeezed, your blood will burst out of you. There's a lot of stuff in you that needs to come out. More pressure you're under, the more shit comes out. The more you're squeezed, the more of the shit is going to pop out of you. Like an orange. Get an orange, squeeze it. You squeeze anything hard enough, shit'll come out of it. Doesn't matter what it is or who it is. You squeeze them hard enough, shit's gonna come out of it. And that's physically or psychologically. No, if you pressure someone psychologically hard enough, they are gonna unload a load of mad shit and won't be able to stop it. Yes, Paula G. Anyway, where did the music go? What's combust mean? Paddy the paddy. Explode. Yeah, like a combustion engine. Like little explosions, aren't they, that get the engine going. How are you, Brandon? Dudley? Steelies. Steel balls that weigh 3 grams each. Shattering anything in its path. You get one of them balls coming at you at 100, 200, 300 miles an hour. Going right through you. And the car behind you. You've got 500 of them going off in your nightclub. It's over. How are you, Charlie? Christ is king, says proper Pete. Christ is not king, mate. You can't put Christ in the same body as King Charles. Christ is a consciousness. Christ is the spirit that was in the body of Jesus, the vessel. I'm a vessel. I'm full of Christ. If Christ is king, I'm king. Why? Because I've got the consciousness of Christ within. Believe, brother, and you'll understand. Got Carl saying tool, that's your dad. Your dad's a tool. Your dad's never been a boss. He's always been a tool in a project. Like your dad's always the one that's been taking orders. He might order you round now like he's got some sort of power over you. Like he's a big man in his workplace and all that. But in reality, in layman's terms, Cal, your dad's a tool. And where you're from, the look of you, you know what this is. That's a backhander. And you only give them sort of bitch slaps to people like your dad. Why? Because he's a tool. Yes, Maria Jane, Sarah Wright, Jen. Someone coming here thinking you're great, lad. You've been following Paul Smelly Belly Kelly, thinking he's a big UFC fucking fighter all your life, you fucking helmet. Coming here thinking you're hard when you've had him as your fucking icon. Know what I'm saying, people? Because you get a few little idiots that talk the shit about me. Because they're not beds, don't give a fuck where you're for, mate. Your jaw's your jaw. Doesn't matter how much growth you've had. You've never really had a set of fucking knuckles like that. You're chipping away at it, have you? You've had a little set of women hands behind some fucking padded gloves. Then you've had a gum shield in your fucking face. Anyway, Smelly Belly Kelly's past it. He can't fight no more him. He can just about hold his piss in. Been abusing Ket for too long. His bladder's fucking gone off its barney. You won't see him in a ring ever again. Why? You give him a body shot, he's pissing his pants. If not, shitting them as well. Let's see what Fringe wants.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you, big boy?
You from
Me from UK.
UK?
Where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Pakistan.
Oh, you like boy?
No.
You don't like man?
No.
You don't like man? Why don't you like man?
Yeah?
Why not? Why not you like man?
No log man.
Why not? Oh, I see. Who's saying shh, shh. What was he going to say? Shh. I do like man. I should have said, what size goat are you fucking belting every night, kid? They don't all bang goats. I was in Forest Bank and you had people coming in getting arrested for fucking cows and sheep and shit. I'm not lying, there's charges for it. You've got men in jail in Britain right now for doing mad shit with animals. I'm saying in the hundreds. Straight up. I'm going back 10, 15 years ago, mate. You see the cases you're hearing now, where you've got these dirty bastards doing mad shit to the wives using Sam Walker fluid to put them a kip. So they're getting Sam Walker fluid, giving the wives it and just doing horrendous things for decades with them. Some come that years ago, mate. Forest Bank got the hiding of his life when it came out. He had 2 charges, murdering his bird and fucking an animal. Serious? I'm not fucking messing. You see some dodgy characters in prison, you know that. I had this kid called Robert Taylor and his eyes went like this. Honestly, had a ponytail. He was about 5'8", skinny little had a ponytail and he just walked around and you just knew that it was dangerous. So me and Danny had been on Constant One. This is Lancaster Farms with my kids. So we're going 16, 15, 14. So we're on Constant One and they haven't let me out for the rugby, so it's gone off. Me and Danny smashed the whole fucking wing up, had everyone petrified. Got twisted up, took down the seg. We've been down the seg for about 6 weeks, 8 weeks or something. It's time to come up the seg now, so they need to relocate us. So they put us on Windermere 1, but they said, no, Windermere 2, but they said, you're going to be on separate landings, so you can't be on association at the same time, and you can't go to the gym at the same time. Sound. So we've landed on this wing now, and on this wing, you've got all potential lifers. We're not potential lifers, we're just rough-hard fucking white peas, but they've shoved us on the lifers wing. Like, you've got loads of white peas looking at potential life sentences, so they've launched us on there. So I'm just fitting in, being in jail since a kid, fucking got half the wings locked off. This is what we like in jail. And whilst we've been in the seg, some kids came in. This Taylor, I think his name was Robert, but I know his name was definitely Taylor. One with the flickering eyes and his ponytail. And I'm on association now, being let out, and I'm having a game of pool. Now back in the day you had pool cues, but they kept the lead in them. Remember years ago you had pool cues dead heavy because it had a big tube of lead in them. It used to be like that in the white peas until people started using them. They started taking the lead out so there's no weight in them. So we're playing snooker. Danny's coming back from the gym, and the protocol is you come back from the gym, get your cup, go and get your hot water, and then go behind your door. So everyone that's come back from the gym, they're getting that privilege, but Danny's not. So they just lock Danny behind his door. Danny starts kicking fuck out of time. This Taylor, standing around the pool table, I'm playing with another kid. This Taylor starts giving our Danny shit, not knowing him and his brother. You know what this Taylor's done? Chopped his bird up and put it in the freezer. I'm not lying. Was eating a fucking kidney and shit. Sick. He'd look at you and his eyes would go. Honest to God, not bullshit. I've done a few naughty things to crazy murderers, me, you know. Honestly, me white peas. So he's giving our Danny shit. Not knowing I'm his brother. I've got this lead cue. Fresh out the block. I've only been out, but this is my first association. Been on a block 8 weeks. Buzzing on Windermere like this. Way, pool and lock, yay. This coming out giving our Danny shit to his boys. I just went right on his fucking jaw, just sent him sliding. Heavy cues then. Whacked him everywhere with it.